Hey my friends, welcome back to the channel. I am Huck, and today I want to go over something that I think you might enjoy. I'm just calling this Huck's Hidden Gems. And these are going to be 5 movies that I feel like maybe a lot of you haven't heard about. These are titles people have heard the names of, but maybe you just never got around to seeing these, and I want to show you that I think you should. Obviously, films are subjective. I love these things, and I hope you will too. So, what are my top 5? Stick around and find out. All right, now before I jump on these 5 hidden gems that I think you guys would really enjoy, if you're new to my channel, please get on down there, hit like, subscribe, smack that bell. I appreciate it. Look, that bell notifies you every time I put up a new video, and I'm always doing stuff. It's not just this, but I get out there and I do Blu-ray hunts for you guys. I do unboxings, movie reviews, top 10s. I go out to live exhibits and conventions and do full tours for you guys. I do live morning shows every Tuesday morning, and I have live trivia contests that pop up every now and then, as often as I can get them out there. So if any or all of those things sound like your jam, please hit like, subscribe, and smash the bell. All right, let's get to these 5 hidden gems. Now, these are just movies I feel like I know some of you have maybe heard of or maybe never heard of and never bothered to jump on and check out. So, and a lot of these are just really sweet, feel-good movies, this particular stack today. I got a couple more I'm going to do on another one, but I just want to do 5 little nuggets at a time. And the first one is a delicious film, Chef. See what I did there? All right, check this movie out. It stars, well, first of all, listen to this cast. Jon Favreau, Sofia Vergara, John Leguizamo, Scarlett Johansson, Oliver Platt, Dustin Hoffman, and Robert Downey freaking Jr. This thing is star-studded, but yet it's not like this really massive blockbuster film. With names like that, you think this would be just crazy, but it is a very intimate, fun flick. It's all about this story where Jon Favreau is a chef who's working at this fancy schmancy restaurant, and he's just done playing by those rules. He just wants to make food that makes him happy, that he thinks will bring joy to people, instead of just, like a cookie cutter whipping out all these meals that people expect. And so he gets a food truck, and John Leguizamo is his buddy, and he has his son coming along with him. And it's just, it's so good. And his son is very funny because his son is like the techie kid who knows how to do social media. So he's the one always trying to keep like the notoriety of the food truck on like Instagram, Facebook, and all that stuff. And it's so good, guys. Check out Chef. You will love it. And it'll make you super hungry. At the end, you just want to head to your kitchen and make like just the best sandwich ever. Because, oh my God, I want to eat everything he makes in that movie. All right, next up is another film I absolutely love, starring Christopher Reeve and Jane Seymour, and that is Somewhere in Time. What an absolutely beautiful love story. Basically, Christopher Reeve, and I love it for Chris too, because Chris didn't have a huge success outside of playing Superman, but he so deserved it. He was such a good actor and deserved way more better roles than he ever got offered. But this is one that definitely is one of his best outside of Superman. And basically, it's like a time travel movie. Also, he does plays and stuff, and he's doing this one play, and this old lady comes up to him and says, "Come back to me," right? And it's like, what? It's like, and he figures out a way to go back in time, it's like to 1912, and he meets her and falls in love with her. And it's just, it's really a little tricky to explain. I definitely don't want to give anything away because of the fact that it involves time travel, but not in the way, not like crazy, like, Avengers time travel or something like that. It's super subtle. It's a very subtle time travel. It's only tossed in there so it can tell this story. Absolutely great. Please check out Somewhere in Time. Now, this next one was mentioned to me from my buddy Mr. Nichols when we were out at our swap meet. We ran into each other, and he said, "Huck, you've got to check this out. It's such a good movie." So I am telling you guys that I agree it is, and that is Peanut Butter Falcon. Man, I was blown away. I just loved it. Beginning to end, I was just loving this film. And it stars Shia LaBeouf. So, I know Shia got into this sort of like, he was talked down upon for a while, but I mean, he kind of came back. I don't know where this fits into that. I don't really care, because it's great. It's a great film. Like, it's so good. Like, and what's the kid's name? Let's see if I can. There's a young actor who has Down syndrome, and he plays his character Zach, and his name is Zach Gossagan, I think is how you say it. And who else is there? Oh yeah, Dakota Fanning. Dakota Fanning is the person who works at the home, like Zach is in this home, because people didn't want to care for him. It's very sad, you know? And so they thought, oh, just put him in this home and let somebody else deal with him. But he loves wrestling, so he wants to get out and meet his idol of all time, played by Thomas Hayden Church. It's like the saltwater, what was it? The saltwater redneck. And he's so good in that role. So, yeah, I mean, my God, guys. Just, if you want to feel like $1 million at the end of a movie, it's at the end of that, Peanut Butter Falcon. Next up is a film I saw on the airplane on the way back from my vacation this summer. Basically, I was on like an Asian cinema kick. I first watched Everything Everywhere All at Once, and then, I said, you know what? I'm in this Michelle Yeoh mode, so let's just turn on Crazy Rich Asians. She's also in this film, and this is very good. It's like a lighthearted comedy drama thing. And the cast is fantastic. And from what I understand, Ki Kwan, who was also in Everything Everywhere All at Once, he was also Short Round from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, saw this film. And that's what got him back into acting, because he says, whoa, hey, that's me up there. That's like, I could be doing stuff like that. And he was just absolutely phenomenal in Everything Everywhere All at Once. So I am so glad he saw this. They got him to do that I saw before this. I mean, yeah. So Crazy Rich Asians. Give it a look, man. It's a fun, it's not as like the deep dramas that maybe these are. This is got a bit more lightheartedness to it. But the characters, it's like a fish out of water. Like, he's super rich and she's not. And so, of course, that's the fish out of water element. She goes in and meets his family, and they all look down upon her and down upon him for picking a girl who's not, worthy of him. All that kind of, those tropes that we've seen before. But the cast is fantastic, and I highly recommend Crazy Rich Asians. Now, the next one is a recommendation that I'm going to call an honorable mention, because I know some of you out there aren't fans of the franchise, or you've just never seen them, so you don't really care. So if you are, and you know I am, I'm a big Star Trek fan. Tried and true, I've mentioned on my channel before. And if you've never seen Star Trek, and you're like, I don't really care about that franchise, I've never seen it, this is a recommendation for you guys. All right, and so we're just going to go right to the top. Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. This is my honorable mention for the people out there that have never seen Star Trek, that don't know about Star Trek. This is the one to see. I think arguably from all the fans, this is considered the best. I agree after plowing through all 6. I did a great Star Trek episode with Ken over at Mid-Level Media. I'll put a link down below. You guys got to check it out. It was so much fun. And I watched all 6 in a row within the same week. So I reevaluated my ranking on these films, and this is right at the top, deservedly so. So if you just want to see, it's like just a good science fiction film. Like, if you rented this as a sci-fi film and you didn't know anything about the characters, it doesn't matter, because the characters are well defined and well written, and the performances are fantastic. So check out, if you're unfamiliar with Star Trek, or you've never checked one out, just give Star Trek II Wrath of Khan a look. It stands alone by itself. You don't need to see the motion picture to see this, because it kind of resets the mold, if you will. And yes, the end of this does continue on into 3 and 4, but it doesn't matter. It literally, if you just take this as a contained film, it's fantastic. So that is for you people who don't know about Star Trek. Now, my number one film, this is a regret I have not putting on when I did my A to Z challenges, for the letter U, I picked Uncut Gems. Now, if I had a do-over, I would pull that back out. I had these 2 titles next to each other, and I would have preferred to have picked this, just so you guys would have checked it out. So this is my chance to tell you about Untamed Heart. So it's Marissa Tomei and Christian Slater. And it's just this beautiful love story between these two. She's a diner hostess, and he's the busboy at the diner. And he's this really quiet guy who doesn't really come out of his shell that much. And she's walking home one day and gets into trouble, and he just kind of comes out of the shadows to save her. And then suddenly she starts to take notice to him, and she kind of gets him out of his shell, and they fall in love. And it's just, some of these are heartbreakers, but it's so just, it's so good. Rosie Perez is also in this film, and she brings her fun, festive Rosie Perez energy. They're like best friends. But yeah, check out Untamed Heart. It's a Kino Lorber title. You can get this on those Kino Lorber sales that are happening all the time. And even if you go now, I don't think it's that expensive a title. So please consider checking out Untamed Heart. I love these films. All right, so that is it. That is my 5 hidden gems, Huck's hidden gems, plus the 1 honorable mention, just to get some of you Star Trek people who are, or people who aren't Star Trek people, just give that one a look. See if you like the film. All right, that is going to do it for now. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I really appreciate it. And if you are new to my channel, one more time, get on down there. Please hit like, subscribe, smack that notification bell. Until next time, we'll catch you guys later.